Hello, hello, everybody. Hopefully, you can see me. You can see and hear me. I see Chantel. Hi, Chantelly or Chantel. How are you doing? I'm sorry, my head has been bothering me. You know how you get all full up? I think it's Sorry, I was getting my iPad because I want to be able to read the chat while I chit chat. Oh my God, my face is huge. There we go. Hi, Miss Soft Brown Crafts. How you doing? And Robin. Hi. Deanne, my sweetness. How are you? Missing you. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. Yes, I am trying to get set up. You guys know I work out of the home now. I'm not in the home anymore. Um, yeah, coming in, getting situated, getting my day off of me. It can be a lot. It can be a lot. I'm doing a lot of juggling behind the scenes and things of that nature. So please forgive me. Tonight I do have a special guest. My special guest should have been on the show a few weeks ago. Unfortunately, um, they weren't able to make it. We were going to review some artwork and things. So we're going to kick the evening off, kind of, chit chatting about that. Don't want to go into too much detail because, as you guys know, I did the Blinging in the New Year, which is a kickoff that is um, sponsored by DP Addiction Adventures. That's J Rob, and she will be doing that again. And I'm pretty sure, our special guest will probably have, some insight into that. So wanted to go ahead and, at least finish what we had started. I believe it's been just over a month. But in a moment, there's my Lizzie. Hi, Lizzie. How are you? I didn't talk to you much today. Missing you, Nina. Oh, Nina. And there's Melody. Oh, Billy. Billy, your ears been burning because I've been talking about you. I definitely have. And if you are available and you're not in the truck, you can come in on the discussion as well. So I'm going to bring my first guest in. I don't know if my second guest will be able to come in yet. The second guest is my son, Justin, who happens to be off tonight. Yay! But one of the things that I wanted to kind of focus on, all of us women love it when we find men in the community that are interested in the craft and hobby of diamond painting. We love talking shop with them. We love talking customization and what suits them. And so what I wanted to do is maybe start a discussion. Yeah. Start a discussion where, we kind of incorporate what they look for, what they enjoy, and what, calls their attention when it comes to diamond painting. So one moment while I bring in my guest. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. And you guys down in the chat, can you let my special guest know if you can hear them or not? This is says Brandon. Oh wow. You guys know him as Man Bun. So I wanted to get him in. We can't see any artwork or anything, if
I
that's
know.
what you
I'm
were showing.
coming. No,
Oh,
my phone is on the bed. This was last minute, so I'm still trying to prepare myself. So just give me 1 second. I can hear you. You in my ear, but my phone is still on the bed.
okay, good. So, one of the things that I wanted to kind of go over really is first and foremost, what sparked your interest when it came to diamond painting?
interest, like what interested me to
What caught
start
your interest?
diamond
What was it about
painting?
it that was exciting? Yeah. Hi, Crystal.
Um, Honestly, I don't remember as far as like with me, it's just I always liked any type of arts and crafts, and I
Okay.
had seen it like just kind of scarcely, and I thought about it, but I really never had any, there's nowhere to go and see it. You know what I mean? Like you
Hmm.
can go find a painting, you can go find a house made with popsicle sticks, but at the time there was nowhere to go. There's no diamond painting stores or parts in the craft stores that were really just geared towards all diamond painting, so you couldn't really find a crew for it unless you were lucky like me and was just sat next to somebody who already had a problem.
Yeah, you definitely sat next to me and were hooked. Oh, we can see your hat. Oh,
Yes,
and what's that?
I'm
What's
trying
that on the
to.
top of it?
Huh? Oh, I forgot what team this is. What team is this? It don't even say
The
it on the
hand
back.
down so I can
I
see.
don't. That's what. You know what? The funny thing is that
Oh, it's an
people
Indian.
who
Okay.
are people who are sports fans always love my hats, and they'll come up to me and be like, "Oh my God, you're a such and such fan," and I'd be like, "What? No, I just like the hat. Like I really just like the hat."
You just like the hat, huh?
Yep, I'm just a hat person. So I've got plenty of hats for teams that I don't support because I'm not a sports person like that. But um, yeah, ooh,
I'm definitely a
this is one
sports
of my
fan.
favorites. I don't know why it's so catty corner though. Maybe because my camera's sideways, but yeah.
You get the camera,
But
son.
other than that, yeah. I told you I was trying to figure out a way to kind of get it done because I wasn't ready for this whole link thing. So I'm just kind of, I
Well,
don't have nowhere to put the phone without holding it, but right here. So I'm kind of
I'm
trapped.
sorry. So just so
It's
you
okay.
guys know, we were on the phone. We have been catching up for a while. I had a very rough day at work today. Obviously, I need to vent. Um, Billy on a whole different time zone now, guys. And so we were chit chatting, and there was a quick moment where I was like, yeah, I'm probably not going to go live, but I enjoy going live. I enjoy, crafting and things. And so at the last second, at 7:28, 2 minutes before I normally go on, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go. And I will send him a link to join in the show. So you guys have met him before. He's been on the show. My son actually got sent home early from work. They are completely out of work. They VTO'd. 3 out of 4 of he works 4 10s, and they VTO'd every day except yesterday. So he was going to join in. He may not be in the best of spirits because obviously, he's going to be frustrated, especially when that paycheck come in. But he was thinking about being on as well. Hello, Sarah. How you doing, sweet? Oh, how are you, Drea? Hi, Olivia. Uh, Nana says, man bun. Rochelle
Amen.
Hardy Bud, how are you? How's your weather out there in Michigan? Oh, hi, Brenda B. I haven't seen you in a while. So, the first thing that I'm going to ask, obviously, is the favorite, and I know that you made this for your daughter, but do you have the infamous Snow White handy to be able to share?
Um, yeah, I just gotta dig her out.
Okay, figure and then, obviously, your latest masterpiece, which
Yeah,
we were
she's
going
still
to.
hanging up.
Well, you can show us or take her down and then
Can
put
you
her back up.
see?
King of Bling, that is right, man bun. I love that, Nana.
Can you see me, T? Because my
I
screen is
can't.
black for where I'm at.
It went black from where we are also. Did you turn something
Huh.
off? You got to
I'm
get
trying
an
to see.
iPhone. You got to get an updated iPhone 13.
No, I clicked to touch on the to chat so I could see what people were saying, and now all of a sudden when I came back from the chat, my
Yeah. You're not gonna be able to see the chat.
no,
I,
I could see the chat.
well, you can't see the chat and be on screen. It don't
No,
work
but
like
I
that.
didn't. That's what I'm saying. I closed that part, and now the screen had like I'm back to seeing you and my screen, but my screen is black.
You have to leave and come back. Leave and
No.
come back. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna have to bring him back in. He don't know that. He gonna snap at me. So clearly, what I wanted to do tonight, just kind of focus on the men of diamond painting. You guys have all been getting familiar with Robert. Robert has been a huge supporter in our community behind the scenes for the last couple of years. What you guys don't know, Robert and I were extremely close until y'all came and took him from me. Um, but what I will say is that, that's why my mom checks on him, asks about him and things like that, because I used to hang out, he would check on me actually and make sure I was okay and things like that. Very good friend, good buddy. I would be down and out about something. He would check on me and things of that nature. And Man Bun is coming back in. And here we go. He has visual. Can you see us?
I can see you.
And I can hear you. Obviously, that worked. I'm a genius. Alrighty. And so, not only did I have Robert, guys, but I also had Billy. Billy, missing you. You guys know my co-host was my son Justin. Justin and I did the show for the first year and a half that I had my YouTube channel, and then his schedule changed at work. Hola, Sariba. How are you? How are you feeling? Sariba says, hey, everyone. She says, hello, everyone. Hi, Tia and Manbun. Uh, can't be on chat and video on the phone. Yeah, I didn't think so, Crystal. But, some people have hard heads.
You know what?
Yep.
Stop it.
Stop it. So, so then there is Man Bun. And Man Bun and we worked together. He used to sit to my right. And he would see me with my diamond paintings and my addiction. He saw the worst part of my addiction because I had my paintings delivered to work at that point. And when they didn't come on time, whoo, poor Tony. Tony's the other guy I told you guys about who really was interested but did not think that his wife would allow the addiction, because Tony got to the point where he would bring the diamond paintings up to us and things of that nature. Hey, Bianca, how are you? So I am interviewing Man Bun right now. That noise you hear in the background is him digging out some of his most
I found
customized
Snow White.
pieces. You have them?
Yeah, I have Snow White, and I ran across the last year's Halloween one too.
Okay. So we're going to start off with the bling that, kicked him off into his diamond painting career. He will probably be talking a little more in detail about his mapping, not on this show, but we do have some plans for kicking off the new year, blinging in the new year. And hopefully you guys will tune into that series. Again, the host of that is DP Addiction Adventures, and she is putting together a nice series to where we can address your concerns and questions in regards to what do I do? Okay, I have these added essentials. Where do I go from here? Hi, Melly. So right now, what he is going to do is, first and foremost, we're going to have him showcase. Uh, you guys seen it on DP with Sparkler's Facebook page. He did a cute video along with the music that is for Snow White, the Mandy Manzano rendition. And whenever you're ready, let's showcase
Yeah,
that.
I'm putting it up now. I really forgot how big this thing is.
All the hours that you spent
I'm
on
like
that. I
on
will
my
never
tippy
forget
toes
that.
trying to pin it up because it's so large. I forgot. Jeez.
How do you store your pieces?
I have to right now. Only way I can store them is I have to roll them up precisely, and then put them back into their original
Oh, you're putting
boxes,
them in
so
the
I know
box.
where they at. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I rolled them up tight, like they came, and then I just put them back, and keep them like banned so they can't expand.
Okay.
Okay, I'm almost done. I got one side up, but she's a big girl. You gotta finesse her a little bit.
So speaking of big girls, is she the biggest one that you worked on?
Well, I was trying to see if I saw Mulan. Remember, I did finish
Oh,
Mulan
that's
too.
right. You did do
Her and
Mulan.
Mulan are the same size.
Okay.
So, okay, I got her out. Now, this is going to be the hard part, which is trying to figure out how to turn my camera so
You want to
that
pick
you
the
can
camera
see it
up
better.
and just, there you go. Pick the camera up and just show us. All them doggone
Okay.
backpacks. I ain't never seen nobody that need that
Well,
many
the back
backpacks.
camera is the best camera on this phone, but I guess maybe if I just turn it, you'll see it, maybe. Okay.
Oh,
Can you
wow.
see it, T?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. So real quickly, as you are showing that, can you go over, and again, not too much detail because obviously we'll be addressing that as we bring in the new year, but
Mm-hmm.
what parts of this painting did you customize? Because I know this was before you began to do the full customization of your creations.
Well, on this one, really, it kind of,
Can you
it
step in a
kind
little
of,
closer so we can maybe get an
yeah, I
idea
was
on
trying to
the...
see where I could start. Okay. So I started this painting at the top here, and I didn't know anything about customizations or different pieces. So you can see here, I just started poking in a couple of pieces that didn't belong, trying to see like how to, incorporate a different color in somewhere. That was me kind of trying to figure it out. And then after that, I started looking at the colors that were actually there and what I could replace them with. So like these were just these white whites, with some of them being some of the white pearl kind of ABs, and I switched those out with some sparklers and some silver
No, I don't know how to do that on no phone. I'm on the phone, Crystal. Go ahead. I'm
um
listening.
so I just, you can kind of see the progression. This was me starting with nothing and being scared, and then this was me starting to incorporate shadowing, like I just did the middle here with the ABs that I had and some of the colors. Then I did a whole little white piece, but you see I only started to outline here,
Yes.
like, and then I started to go into the gold a little bit, and then I wanted to try, like, you can just see this, it was a whole progression piece of me more or less fearing what would happen, but kind of giving it a little bit of trying. And then once from here, once I got a little bit more comfortable, then I just kind of went a little ham, and I just kind of outlined it in what I wanted, and started shading and practicing with how the different sparklers versus crystals would actually look. And I don't know, because I can't see it while I'm doing it with you. I don't know what you can see.
I can see what you're doing.
No, I mean, like, I don't know if you could see the shading and the depth from me standing in the areas that I'm standing in. Because there's like a different color here, or a different color here, or a different color here, just to make a slight shading. But sometimes it doesn't show it on the camera that well. But yeah,
But
it was
yeah,
just
it
more or
was just
less
more or less
being
being
afraid, and
afraid and
then
then
just kind of
just kind
branching
of
out
branching out
into
into
trying
trying
something new.
something new.
And so I
And
let
so I
that more or less
more or
left the
less left the
background
background
alone
alone.
in this painting, and I left her hair and skin alone. But once I got to her face, I decided that it was too pale, too plain. So I was like, my princesses, my thought pattern of that is that they would have some type of makeup, like even if it's subtle. So that's when I did her eyelashes and her eyeshadows. Like I just kind of faded with the colors that I had into, making her an eye look, because I just felt like it was just too flat for me. You know what I mean? Are you there, T? Did I lose you? Uh-oh.
Okay,
Oh, I
sorry.
lost you?
No, you didn't lose me. I just, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Where did I leave off?
Well, I left because I was getting
No, I said,
information
where
that,
did I leave off?
oh, I heard everything you were saying. And you said,
I
can you
know.
hear me? Can you hear me? And I came back. I just stepped out to try and clear up my mic information. I was trying to make you bigger on the screen. I'm taking direction from the audience. It's an interactive show. You might not have been aware.
Oh, no. I can't, because when I'm holding the phone, I can't even see what's going on with you because I don't know how to switch the camera yet. I'm sure there's
Okay.
a way for
Well,
me to turn it to the back camera, but I don't know how, and I don't want to mess it up.
good, good, good. Because I'm not there yet either. Yes, this, you guys, is Chip. Crystal, this was bought for me by my boo, Mystery of Diamonds, Brandy herself. And it has the simulation of the chip in the cup also. It's so cute. Yeah. So your eyes were not deceiving you. It's still an echo.
Is it?
It's me that they're saying is echoing. I'm not sure why, but
I can't hear it. I can hear myself, though, sometimes.
yeah, I don't hear the echo at all. So that is awesome, especially what you did with the I think when I saw the eyes and how you did the eyeshadow, that's when your masterpiece and your artistry, really came out. I could not believe it. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So for me, you know, I couldn't believe, oh, okay, thank you. I couldn't believe it. And then we know that you did some customization on the lipstick. I thought what you did with the lipstick was absolutely phenomenal. I couldn't believe it. Coming down into the dress, how you were able to kind of accentuate even around like the cape and the bodice of her dress. Like I said, it was diamond painting before that, but it really became fun once I saw what you did with your work there. So kudos to
Yeah,
you.
that's
So
what
then,
really made it fun for me, too.
after this painting, obviously your creativity kind of took over, and you became the customization king when it came to bling and things like that.
Yeah, that's why I was
Obviously,
trying to find Mulan. Give me a second. I'm going to let you take over while I look and see if I can grab her.
okay. So one of the things while you looking for Mulan, one of the things that I remember is that you were trying things out. It wasn't just about, oh, I'm going to check this color. It was about the cellophane that you used to put over a piece to then, like, he literally would lay down his suggestion and his creativity, his idea, and encompass it first. before he pulled cellophane, not just this cellophane, but he had swatches that he would put down over an area, and he would literally try a composite out before he laid all of them down. Then he had to go back and lay them down in roughly the same exact manner that he had already mapped out on the cellophane. And as you guys know, the diamonds can slide and they can slip all over the place. Yes, Courtney, I love it also. So awesome mastery there, awesome piece of work. The next idea that he had was to do full on customizations. As you guys know, we went in different areas with our creativity. I definitely, believe in like focal points, lowlights. I work a lot with landscapes and scenery, lots of confetti in the paintings that I have. And so he took on the task of seeing the creative vision and then either enhancing or full on, cropping and customizing it to his own taste. And so he's going to pull up another painting where
Mulan as we speak.
yeah, Mulan is the next one. This is where his like full on customization came in to question, and he began to really soar.
Yeah, with Mulan, it was more of a I said I was not going to customize it as much as I did, and then yeah, it's like
It grew.
it's like you go to a buffet and say, you know what, I'm only gonna have me like one plate.
It's like them
And then
Lay's
the next
potato
thing you
chips.
know,
You can't
six
just eat
plates
one.
later, you're you're in it. Like, I really did not mean, like, literally when me and you talked about this painting, the only thing I had planned to customize was her headpiece here, her belt, and possibly give her a little facial. That was it. That was it. That was all I said I was going to change. And I ended up changing every part of this painting except for the original brown outlining here. But from there, you can see I started in here into the outline. I even on this one decided to do the background. Now, I didn't change it from the blue they had. I just enhanced the different blues in there so that they were different from the regular ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like up in here, I completely changed her entire crown and the flower that she had with it. And then, like you said, this one I got a little bit more excited with the eyeshadow than Snow White. Snow White was a subtle, I just wanted to give her something, but Mulan, I actually took two colors and blended them in to each other. It starts from the yellow and then fades into the green on her eyeshadow.
Green is my favorite color, guys.
Yeah.
But look at that green and how it starts gold and it flares, and you can see the shading. Oh my gosh. And I got to tell you guys, because I've seen these in person when he's brought them over, the camera, no matter how he gets this angle, it is not doing it justice when I tell you about the sparkle and the pop. Now, I do have Mulan. She is set for 2023. But once that's done, we will do perhaps a comparison. I do plan to customize, but I don't do full on customizations. And I will show you guys the difference in the color pop and the color variation. But it definitely, I mean, you could probably search Facebook for completions and see the difference just in what's showing on the screen as opposed to, what's posted online. The color pops and it's so vibrant. It is very vibrant. So coming in, I also would probably, this is just me, because I got to represent, but I probably would try and figure a way to add cleavage. I definitely think this is it's a gorgeous piece with the makeup and the lipstick. I don't think that cleavage would be, a far stretch. I don't think there would be anything wrong with including,
I
you
mean,
know,
a couple of
solid.
darker pinks here
Hmm.
and some darker pinks here would have probably did that. But when I looked at it, I had to think, and I do also think about when I'm doing it, I think about the princesses, because if you look at the makeup from Mulan, when they did it in the movie, when she went to the
Oh yeah,
matchmaker, she was
yeah. It was.
made up.
He
You
was.
know what I mean?
She had to.
Snow
You're right.
White, Snow White was just pure. That's why her makeup was so light. And when I guess that comes with the feeling of the painting that I'm getting, of how
Okay.
I get into customizing it, because like with Mulan, I didn't I thought about even too whitening the face completely to make it
Yeah,
like
like a geisha,
that
an actual
matchmaker,
geisha.
but
Hmm.
then I was like, no, because she didn't really, that wasn't really her. But the
Correct.
between Mulan, like she was the woman, she was the girl, but she still, was that person that could
Warrior.
cross the line
Yeah.
of what a woman should or shouldn't be able to do. So I didn't want to
Correct.
take all of her femininity from her, but still give her strength in it, but still look the part. And I mean, that's why with the dress, it's completely like, this is completely um sparklers and crystals. Her
Crystal.
entire yellow piece of the dress, her entire belt is sparklers and crystals. Now, the outside, the green, I left some of the original dark green pieces just to try to see how it would fade in and out. I wanted to let it still have some type of depth instead of just letting, because you could see even when I did all the crystals in the yellow,
Mhm.
it almost takes some of the depth away because they shine in unison.
Yeah. Oh
Whereas
yeah.
where
When
I
you
left
pull a
some
picture
of the
like that,
dark,
you can
yeah,
see it.
but where I left some of the dark on here, you can see the, like when it moves, you can kind of see the depth of it and the darkness to it, like
You
an actual
can. I
piece of
mean,
fabric.
yes, what you did with the green, it definitely looks like you said, like you captured movement, depth in fabric. And that's on a flat one dimension piece, but you were able to actually bring out dimension, pattern, all just from shading and customizing. So, I mean, you did an absolutely fantabulous job. Try and move that again. I really want them to just be able to see again, what you were able to, because like I said, the camera is not showing the brilliance, the vibrancy, you know,
Yeah, it's
but what,
hard to get that sparkle. Sometimes it's when I do the videos, I have to turn out, I found, like from somebody they showed me, you have to turn out all the lights in the house.
okay,
And you have to only have the flash on the camera directed directly at the painting. And when you do that, it just, that's how it brings out that sparkle in it, because when you have light coming from every single direction, it's hard for it to sparkle as much because it's trying to throw the light, but there's nowhere to throw it if there's light everywhere.
that's true. That's true. So definitely, an awesome job. Um, Again, green is my favorite color. One of these days, you may give me that, and I can give you my blank um, Mulan.
Sure,
You
I
know,
can make a man out of you.
listen, I'm just going. I'm just gonna need a little bit of cleavage, but you're silly. But I love how you customized her, and I swear, so my dad's mom, she's half Portuguese and half Asian, and well Chinese. Um, she would have gone so crazy over that. And that's why I got Mulan, because I wanted to have some sort of homage to my grandmother on my dad's side. You guys know I got Pocahontas to do as an homage to my grandmother on my mom's side. So one of these days, maybe you'll get it to me. Put some
Yeah,
titties on
I
her.
gotta do Pocahontas too. That's I still have so many of the princesses I
Yeah,
have to get to. I started other projects that I've been trying to do. Like the last one we'll show today.
yeah,
But like I that my initial goal when I first started was to just do the princesses. But then, as you start to become a diamond painter, paintings start to pop up, and the next thing you know, you got a stash of too many paintings. So,
let's tell
without telling on
let's
myself,
without telling on yourself, tell everybody how long it took you to make diamond.
I think I made diamond in, what was it, two
Less than a
months?
no, less than a month. I
Are
am
you
still
sure?
trying.
Well, I count
Yes,
2 months because I started my first purchase in January, and then I finished the rest of the purchases out in February. Therefore, it
correct.
technically took 2 months.
Time wise, though, week wise, it was 4 weeks.
Well, you didn't specify
Well, that's
that.
a month to me. And I remember being in awe, like, are you serious? You've already
She
it
wasn't in
took me.
awe, people. She was
I
not in
was.
awe. She was
Well, I was
pissed.
irritated. I was irritated.
Yeah,
I
she
felt
was
like
mad.
he taking over my craft. I was like,
She
I'm
was mad
dedicated. I'm building
because
the staff. I'm
literally,
putting in time and
literally,
money.
she was the one who gave me the green light though. And that was why she was mad because I was just on the fence. If it wasn't for Tia, I would have never even started it. I just kept looking like, oh, that might be fun and going on about my life. But I had no one to talk to about it until I had saw that she was into it and I saw her painting in person and I was like, okay, I touched it and I was like, okay, this is something I think I could do, but I don't know who to trust with paintings. And I've been looking at this place and she said, oh no, they legit. And I was like, oh, okay. So maybe I'll try to buy one. And so I did. But while it was on the way, the other ones that I was thinking about buying later were starting to sell out. People were going crazy. Like they had no like that like the world was ending tomorrow and if you didn't end with judgment day with a diamond painting, you were going straight to heck. like
that's
people
that's
people was
marketing 101,
crazy.
buddy. That's marketing 101. We got to create a sense of urgency. What do? Put a for sale sign on it or put a discontinued sign on it.
Man,
They'll start
and
moving.
they was messing with the wrong person to put the discontinued on all of the things I wanted. So that's why she was mad because I just every princess that they had available at the time that I wanted, I put it in the cart and I sacrificed and was like, you know what? I guess I won't be eating this month. So I'm gonna get all these paintings.
Oh, Dreamer says, Brandon, do you have a channel? And Shawana says, I need to do a DAC Disney Tiana. Um, Crystal did
Yeah,
Tiana
Shawana.
last year. It came out gorgeous.
I have plans for her, but I started with the rounds and I'm still a little I need to get me customizing a square painting. That's the problem. I'm scared, honestly, to let you guys in on the truth. I'm very afraid of squares. I don't know if I'm going to be able to process the squares like I process the circles. And so that's why I haven't gotten to Tiana yet and some of the other ones because like I think Ariel was square too and I was afraid. So I haven't started some of those. I just started some of my other paintings that were also circles so I could get away with not starting squares. And I started a square, but it was for somebody else and I wasn't going to customize it. And I only did a little bit, so I'm still not, you know, really aware of it, but eh. So this one is the one I did last year for Halloween quietly while everybody was doing their Halloween paintings. So let me see. I really wish I could figure out how to do this the better way. Oh, what if I'm gonna mess it up. Watch.
I love squares also, and all the paintings that you guys see
Oh,
me
that's how
do,
you do it.
for the most part, you
Can you see my
see,
camera, T?
yeah,
What do
I
you
can see
see?
your what is that, Jack skull head?
Yes. Okay. I figured out how to switch my camera on my phone.
Uh
How
oh,
you do.
he about to make some money. We about to
Okay.
make a little
So
change.
this one is the one I did for Halloween last year. Tia wanted me to do it with everybody while they were doing their Halloween stuff, but I was
Wills and
like,
chills.
I'm just gonna do it on my own because
He
I don't
cheated.
want to be held to
Time
a
frame.
time slot, you know? And honestly, this one it was more or less more of a relationship kind of thing to me because in my relationship at that time, this was us. My boo was
Jack is
always the
coming.
villain, and I was the one always trying to keep the villain in line because they really wasn't a villain but trying to be one. So
Amber,
that's
you struggle with square.
why it meant so much to me. So I
Oh,
customized every piece of this. Like the whole entire background, her hair. This I started with the moon, and it did from there. It just kind of sprawled out to everything, and I just lost control of my whole entire everything. Like I just her hair, her lipstick and eyes are done. In a manner it's hard to show on camera,
yeah,
but it changes color. You can kind of see in the lips, like in some areas, like when I hold it like this, it's red if you're walking past, but then as you shift, it changes into different colors like that. The eyes kind of do that a little bit too, but not as much. They're more of like a mermaidy purple that's hard to show on the camera, and then
hmm,
they switch into the darkness like that. And her shoulder piece, I did all of that in crystal and sparkler. Everything was changed except for her skin. I did highlight it with some ABs, and I highlighted his entire white part of his face with the pearl, which is kind of hard to show on cam. But his uh, his little piece of his jacket here was done. Like I said, all of the background, the pinks, the purples, everything was an AB, a crystal, or a sparkler. Like everything in this was completely customized to a T. Into her patches on her dress. Like you can see how they change. And I think that's why I really enjoy the sparklers more or less, is because even when I put one color down at another angle, it's a different color. So, no matter how many times you look at one of these paintings, if you just turn your head, I mean, just a centimeter to the left,
you
it's a whole
changing the
different painting.
color. Yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah.
I do love that about the customization parts with the sparklers. Um,
Oh, we have some people coming in. Let me say hello.
go ahead.
Amber's Eclectic Journey. She says that she does struggle with squares as well. Melly, hi Melly. Melly came in. Dreamer Craft Corner. She's Linda. She says she loves squares, and I agree with her. Squares are definitely, my preference and things of that nature. And when you guys see that my customizations, it definitely comes from working with confetti. I do a lot of landscapes. You guys, if you've watched me for a while, you'll see how I like to highlight different focal points and things of that nature. And so, how we utilize these, does depend on the painting and, our preference, our color. He has a color palette. I really don't have much of a color palette. Like I said, we have some things coming up in the new year where he'll give you some information on mapping and how he does map out some of the paintings and ideas. Tonight was really about the build up to his grand reveal, because he has done a fantabulous job on our queen, the people's queen, or princess, the people's princess. And I definitely was going to have him on the show about a month and a half or so ago to showcase that. So he is going to pull that out of his wheelhouse. And let's see. Linda's Crafty Life. She says, I have that in my stash. I want to make it and hang it on the wall to honor my late mother and my grandmother and grandpa. Obviously, that would be ideal. Dreamer says, hey, Brandon, if channel put in a chat, please. Okay. I will definitely get that information. I know at one point, I believe he had a channel. I
I
don't know.
have it. I
Okay.
just haven't been, like I was telling the people who actually have been in there and followed when I do it. I just haven't had the mental fortitude to be like Tia and can do something every week and stuff. I take care of 11 kids. I got a whole job. Half of the time I can't even diamond paint. So it's like, it just gets hard for me. So that's why I haven't promoted much on the channel side of things. It's more or less I keep it there to put these when when I'm finished so that you guys can see. And I have the Facebook page so you guys can contact me if you have any questions. Yeah, I might be a little slow because I'm not big on Facebook, but I will always respond and try to, help you if you have any questions or just need any guidance or anything with where you want to place them.
And so, with that said, up next is going to be, as you guys can see, the People's Princess. And this was another customization where we had some just popping of color. We changed out, we highlighted the crown. Felt like the painting, and I'll let you go into a little bit more detail.
Oh no,
But
you doing great.
when we first talked and he purchased it, so we normally will jump on the line when there's a new release. We're texting, we're communicating, laughing, and the first thing that I said was, what are you thinking? Because the painting was dark, the color scheme was all darker colors and things. And his response was, this is the People's Princess. She is vibrant, she is bright, she led the way, and she was fashion forward. And I would like to do something that lifts that darkness and shrouds her in color. And so when I look at what he went on to do, as he says, even now looking at this angle, when you are seeing this painting in person, the color just pops off of the canvas. There's bright purples, there's blue hues. And so what he went on to do, I love. Can you go in a little bit on the crown and show? There was a lot of customization on the crown to get it to, such vibrancy and things like that. Now, when we paint with the diamonds, they're flat, almost like color, painting with flat paint. You can get a gloss, which sometimes is your screen went dark. There we go. So you can get a gloss, and
Shoot, did I
almost
lose
to
you?
highlight that gloss. Yeah,
I
you're
can't
back
hear you. Can you?
on. You can't hear me? Okay. Well, hopefully he knows to real quickly bounce out, bounce back in. Can you hear me? And so I'm going to go to the chat. 11 kids while you're busy. 6 are his, and then he's, you got like a step brother, a little step sister, a little blending here, a little blending there. So he take care of all the kids, not just his, if that makes sense. Amber's Eclectic says, wow. Linda's Crafty Life, wow, that's awesome. Linda says, awesome. And Crystal's Crafty Creations, oh my God, that crown. Yeah. So hopefully he'll be. Are you able to hear me? Okay, he popped out. He'll be popping back in. Let's see. Artistic Perspective. Sandra says, that is amazing. Yes. Clara says, oh, wow. Yeah, so can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm sorry, my phone. That's why I don't like doing it with these phones. It it if anybody calls or anything, you're immediately knocked out. And
Oh,
I'm like
okay. So yeah, I've done
decline,
it.
but it wouldn't let me back.
So at least it wasn't me calling you. So I'm just reading the chat.
Uh-huh.
Artistic Perspective with the Craft Conwa Sewer says that is amazing. And Claire says, oh wow, that is just beautiful. Shawana says, just wow. And Olivia, beautiful. Hey, Nick and Tina, how are you? Crystal says, I got the blue quads for the crown. Now I'm rethinking it. Awesome idea, Crystal. Yeah, so while he was purchasing, his mind was already going through. Now, like I said, D Nick, hey D Nick, Shawana says you did a beautiful job on that one. D Nick, I hear that you might have had a completion. Oh, I can't wait. What we're doing right now is showing Brandon's completion on the People's Princess. He is our bling artist. He does full customizations on his creativity. And he is showing us what he did with the People's Princess. If you guys can look at the lipstick, that was changed out. Obviously, the eyes and the earrings, complete changes. The goal there completely was to
Thank you,
ensure,
Mika.
the goal there was to definitely ensure, that we were highlighting and well, I said we, like I had something to do with it.
You really did, though. You have something to do with every time I'm doing this. You're sitting there with me. Don't take away
Yes.
from the process of the frustration and you talking me off of jumping off of the stratosphere with no parachute.
Well, when you be sitting there, $296 worth of sparklers, and that's my joy. Of course, I want to sit there. So, yeah, definitely, you did an amazing job. If you guys can see, there is a little bit of customization around the eye and the eyeshadow, the
Yeah, I
lipstick
didn't
as
want to
well.
go too far with her because I'm like, she was classy and I didn't want to make her
Correct.
look like a harlot.
We thank you for not turning her into a hoochie mama, okay?
Yeah.
Gorgeous, gorgeous work. Absolutely. Wonderful that, those renditions that you have, your complete customizations, the thought process that goes into it. You guys will, like I said, if you stay tuned to DP Addiction Adventures, that's some of the things that she's going to focus on is, okay, we lost him again. Oh, here he comes.
Am I back?
Yeah, yeah, you are.
Okay.
So that's some of the things that she's gonna, want to focus on for her blinging in the new year. I did help kick off her blinging in the new year for 2021. I will be helping for the 2022 blinging in the new year kickoff. We're going to have some fun with it. We're going to be able to answer your questions. We're going to help get you guys on the path to being able to map out some of your own customizations and what you want to do when it comes to, focal points and highlights and lowlights or complete customizations, where you're wanting to go with it, what questions you have, how to incorporate a little bit of you and a little bit of your favorite colors in. So make sure you stay tuned for that series because that's going to be awesome. With that said, Brandon, Mr. Man Bun himself, as you guys know, Man Bun, he cut his bun off. So he said he's going to grow it back, but he has since cut his bun off. Um, what do
Not
you
all the
have
way.
coming up? What are some of the projects that you're working on?
So, um, that is, I went on and I was supposed to be starting the Black and Neon Lion. Um,
Okay,
but
I like that one.
with me, I have to have some type of, I have to have I don't know, I have to have a want, a passion, or something to do. Like literally doing Diana
I'll be
was
calling
the
on you. Uh-huh.
quickest painting I've ever done because I just kind of let her flow
You
and
did an awesome job with that.
I didn't fight anything. I just kind of, whatever my first mind was, like, you know what? Do it. Like, if you don't like it, guess what? You won't like it. But you know what? Just do it. Like, just speak. Let it talk. And I
Okay.
feel like she came out very well. I mean, there's parts of it as an artist that you know, look at and you want to change or make some adjustment to, you know, things that I ran out of or things that I would have used in a different way. But out of all in all, when you look at it and you're finished, it's like, you know, that's your baby. You put a lot of work and
Yeah,
effort into it, and when you customize something, it's way more of your baby than anything else. It's
that's true.
it's yours. Like it is your baby because you know, honestly, it takes two parents. So I feel like right now, at least, because Mandy has always been my favorite artist, like she is the mother of my paintings, and I am their father. I give them, you know, I give them their fatherly piece, and she's the
The
mother, and
sustenance they need, huh?
I mean, well, think about it. She brings them into the world. I just mold them into what they're going to be.
Okay. All right. I
Is that
like
not
that.
like, you know, is that not parenting?
That's two
You know,
parents. Yeah.
so that's our kid, me and Mandy's kid right there. Like, but I think I want my friend turned 70 and I got kitty cuddles to do for her.
Okay.
I want to start and get that done quickly. I'm not going to do um, customizations on it because it's a painting, and I'll flip it so you guys can see, like, and why I'm afraid is just because, you know, it's like I don't know where to start with a customization like this because the tones are so flat and there's not much blockiness in between it for me to do that. Uh, and when you start to add sparklers for me to something like this, it's way more, it takes the subtleness out. And it
Yeah.
depends again on the person that you're making something for.
The
She's
creativity
not an
for.
overly fashionable, like she doesn't care about all the extra bling. Like if I was making Tia, yeah, that there you go, Tia. Like,
That's
you
right.
know,
You
but
gotta give
you
me
know,
some green bling, boo.
right. And you know, with that one, like it was a difficult feat because like you said, that was a monotone painting.
Yes.
Literally, that painting, if anybody has it or has done it, that painting comes in black and gray. Like literally. Those are your
Uh,
options. Black and gray. That's it. That's all you can have a lighter shade of gray or a darker shade of gray, but it's black and gray. That's it. So I just, like she said, I just looked at it and I was like, I have to have it, but I just kept looking like I'm getting this darkness from it. It's so dark and it's pulling, it's pulling my feelings that I had for her
for the princess away. Yeah, I
in a
remember.
wrong way.
Hmm. I
It's
definitely
just not.
remember that conversation, and I remember talking about the dark vibe of it and how she is the people's princess, and
She was
she
bright.
is vibrant. She was fashion
When she came
forward.
in the room, she lit it up.
I
Like
remember you saying that.
nobody
Yeah.
was sad. Nobody was sad when they saw Diana. So I didn't want to look at her painting and literally when I look at this painting, I'm not sad at all. Like
Yes.
even if I think about her being gone, the way that I look at it, the way that I colored it in my own feeling, it's ethereal. It's like, that's where she is. She's in the light.
Correct.
She's bright. She's happy. I'm happy. Like it's not like dark. And not to say nothing against her mom, because I love Mandy. But I mean, I get where she was coming from,
Hmm.
but I just couldn't myself continue in that route to go that way with this one. I had to break complete off of cycle, and this was the first one, like, and that's why she wanted me to show you the first one where I literally did not map with the color, because usually it's, if you have a green, I'll find some type of green to replace it with in a sparkler or a crystal or an AB, something close to it that gives that, you know but it's a green, you match it with a green, a red, you match it with a red. This was just black and gray, so every single piece of that painting, besides her skin and the slight white around her edge, was completely changed, because I just needed something different.
There you go. And I love that you were able to convey everything that you were saying in your customization. I think that it definitely shows her personality, and everything that you were wanting to do. It came through. So let's see. I'm going to go to the chat real quick. And
Okay.
um, hi, Cynthia. Someone new jumping in. Clara says your customization is like nothing I have ever seen before. I felt the same way, that she brought the sunshine to a room when she walked in. So that's great that, again, you were able to take a feeling that you had and really highlight and bring that focus to the forefront. Now, when it comes to your tools and your resources, where do you find yourself shopping the most?
You mean like for my customization parts,
Yes.
like the diamonds?
Yep. Where do you get them?
Oh, sweetheart, I will never cheat on the Sparkle Goddess.
That's
If it
right.
ain't if it ain't T-Malls, I'm not buying it.
So
I'd be
Tima,
scared to go
just
to
so you
sleep.
just so you guys know, Tima is, we call her our goddess. She is such a goddess. She coined the term sparkler for her product. And we did a comparison early on when we first started between her sparklers and the metallics that you see from Diamond Dots, and
Hmm.
her sparklers, Tima's sparklers. They just were more vibrant. They were
Yeah.
shinier, and their
Hmm.
color popped more. So,
And
you
I
know,
don't say that because I'm paid to, because I'm not. I don't want everybody to understand. I don't get no coupons. I don't get no um I don't get no extras. I had just, like Tia said, we looked at them. We bought some diamond dots from Joann's, I think it was. We went that day,
yeah,
or
we went
yeah,
to
it was
Joanne.
Joann's. We got us some diamond dots and we put them next to our sparklers that came, and we looked. And not to even go that farther into it, but I'm gonna say it. I use the diamond dots still. I got some right here, right here. I still use some, but you know what I use them for? To dull her sparklers.
Yeah, to doll out. And you
When
guys
I
will hear
want to
me talk
dull
about that
around
all
it,
the time when you're
I'll
trying to
put them
doll
in
something.
there to
Yeah.
kind of soften it so that they can have a border sometimes.
Yep. So, and you guys will obviously, as you grow into your customizations, that's something that you'll do. You'll want to dull a color out. You'll feel like, I want to bring this up. How can I bring the focal point over here? Which is something I'm huge with. And if you work with squares, it's something that you'll probably want to do because there's so much detail and confetti in the square paintings. You're definitely going to want to reduce, or bring down, like dull an area out, or focus your eye over here. Take a focal point over there. You're going to want to move that painting, especially if you're trying to show depth. Sometimes it's very difficult on a flat surface. You guys saw that he is able to create depth, a lot of depth, and show a pattern forming on a flat piece on his Mulan painting. So imagine being able to do that, to show movement, breeze, and things like that going through a tree. That's difficult to do on a diamond painting. But sparklers, ABs, crystals, they can help you form those effects if you utilize them. And
And the
there's our
hard
people.
part to really show, and I can't wait till we are able to have another. I haven't been able to go to any of the retreats or anything. I'm trying to find one that fits my budget and that is in a place that is hospitable to my comfortability. I'm gonna use that. Um, so I
Girl,
haven't been able to
y'all, that
get to
means
any.
bougie, and he needs something that's gonna be 5, maybe 10 stars. That's what that means. It fits my comfortability. He
That is
is
not what
bougie.
I'm saying,
He
but
won't go camping. He need a 5-star tent, uh, room service,
that's not
to
what
the
I
tent.
said. I said we can go camping as long as there's at least a Sheraton down the road. Because I have to go back to the Sheraton every night. And then I'll be back in the morning for the camping.
That's so boring.
Jeez. No, it's not.
That's boring. If we're
Where?
going camping, we're going camping. You gonna pee and poop in the woods with us.
No, no. I need a tub. I'm sorry. But yeah, I don't know if you can see them. Like, that's why I want to really, I really want a chance to really be more hands-on and in person with them and have people
Mhm.
come up and look because sometimes, like you said on the camera, you just can't see. And like I'm sitting right now at a different angle than I normally sit, and I can see the blue from the purple, from the
Yeah.
indigo, from the the magentas, from the off throw of the gold in the one sparkler to the Caribbean. Like I can see where they break off, and it's really hard to show that on a camera. From when
Hmm.
you just sit there, it's really almost like a blue and purple rainbow hue emanating from her. And it's such a beautifully ethereal sight for me. Like I really want and can't wait to be able to share it in person with other people because I think that, they would very muchly appreciate that.
That's right. They would. It has been awesome. Let's see. Linda's Crafty Life says some people get nervous making changes, but the worst case scenario is you don't like it and you pull it out. It doesn't
You're
hurt
right.
to try. Awesome. That is so true. Olivia says, I'm with you, Brandon. And Clara starts laughing and says, you so crazy. I think she means about the pee and poop in the woods.
Yeah, it's something wrong with you.
Listen,
Shoot.
you get a shovel. You get a shovel. You get a
Yeah.
shovel.
And I'll
We
get
here
a
to have
Sheridan.
fun.
And it's
We here to have
okay.
fun.
Like,
We learn to
yeah,
live off the
everybody who's
land.
with me, I will get y'all rooms booked at the Sheridan too, and we'll be all right. We'll see them in the morning. And when
Oh
they
my
diamond
God.
painting all ate up by bears, don't get mad at us.
Okay. We don't want to get ate up by bears, but we're going to bring some bear spray. We're going to make it an adventure. Come on now. Come on to the dark side with me.
Come on now. It didn't stop the rabbits on your last camping trip.
Oh, man. I ain't going to never live that trip down, am I? I don't like the
Nope.
woods. um, So he was invited to the camping trip, the all girls camping trip. Him and my son Justin, they both abandoned us. He
We
talking
just
about
had
them.
sense.
He said he wasn't going because it wasn't no Sheridan. Like, okay, and where? Oh, you mean we staying outside? I thought you meant we was gonna
Uh-huh.
get a lodge, a 5-star lodge or something with some
Yeah, no.
room service. I said,
Mm-mm.
what did that? How does that transcend to camping? Like, I'm still trying to
Uh-uh.
figure that out.
Mm-mm. No.
So
Mm-mm.
I could not get him to go, needless to say. I told him we just need somebody to put the tent up anyway.
Yeah.
Um, he
Mm-hmm.
thought that was wrong.
Yeah.
Why else do
Yeah.
women invite men to go camping? We need somebody
Y'all
to
and
carry
y'all
all that
y'all
stuff.
ended up not even needing us. Y'all got the tent up, didn't you?
We did. We did.
Okay. Yeah.
That's because
Sisters
we
are doing it
cute.
for themselves.
You silly? That's because we cute. Uh, Melly says, I can't camp, but I glamp. We did that too, Melly. We had a 5-star toilet. I was brand spanking new. We had our toilet tents, brand spanking new. Oh my gosh. You should have seen. We were there. We were the only all female crew. My mama getting hit on by all the men, all the older men who are retired and decided they're going to camp and things. They come over. It's 118 degrees out. And it was two of them, two separate groups. I think they were vying for her affections. And it's 118 degrees. One of them showed up to the campsite talking about it was my mom's birthday. We want to have a campfire with the birthday girl. We want to roast marshmallows. Who the hell roasting marshmallows in 118? It's too hot to. And he had a big log. Like this log wasn't burning out for at least a week. He got a big log on his shoulder talking about he want to roast marshmallows with the birthday girl. I said, Ma, you got company.
Am I allowed to drink soda on the show?
Yeah, you can drink soda. Just don't turn the cup around. We ain't promoting for nobody. We ain't getting no cut. Don't let nobody see who you drinking. There you go. See, you turn the camera off. Very nice job on your diamond painting, Brandon. That's from Nick and Tina. Yeah, Melly, my mom was a trip. What are you working on, Tia? So I am working on um, the Monster Family, as you guys can see. Oh, cute little monsters. This is by Elena Schweitzer, and she is an artist licensed with Treasure Studio Arts. This is for our DP Monster Mash collab that we have going on through the end of October. I'm trying to take my time on this one, guys, but this is a 50 by 50. It's a real quick diamond painting, and the main reason is because it's round. Second, it's a lot of color blocking, a lot of color blocking. Yes, I have done some customization of my own. As you can see, I'm using pineapple sparklers. I really do like pineapple sparklers. The color here was already yellow. I didn't like the hue that they provided. They provided more of a gold-like um, crystal, and I didn't like the color. I preferred the pineapple. It lifted the color a lot more. Once I get up here into the sky, the colors will be changing out, and I'll show you real quickly. So I swapped out the eyes. Also, the eyes were a real crazy wonky color. But so I'm going to be using some of my glow glass to represent the sky, and some of my pearl glow glass as well. So yeah, I'll be swapping out some of the trees. I just wanted to do something a little bit differently. You guys will see that. As you can see, I'm close to being done, and I'm almost to the customization part. I am also using original sparklers in this one, because I want as much shine as possible. And then I did have some purple rain sparklers. They give it more of a yellow hue. They also give like a purple essence, depending on which angle you're looking at them from. So I'm excited for you guys to see how this painting renders once it's all done. Thank you. Hey, Mallory, how are you doing? So that really is, pretty much all that I have. I wanted to make sure I jumped on while I had Mr. Man Bun on the phone. We were laughing, kind of giggling. He was helping me, get through a very rough day. And yeah, so I said, now would be an ideal time to see if he could. What's the link for the sparklers? Let me give you guys that. Uh-oh. And that'll be coming through shortly. Alrighty. It's dpwithsparklers.com. I believe in front of the DP it might be https://
You're talking about
Yeah.
the link to the sparkler site?
Yeah, I believe that's the link. Obviously, you guys know it's saved in my favorites. It's saved in my favorites.
And your
Um,
favorites, it's ingrained in my soul. Yeah, I
but
started
yeah.
to. I will warn everybody before they go crazy. It if you have a problem with buying diamond paintings, pace yourself because you will over sparkle buy two and be crazy as heck.
The other thing that I'll say is, for me, I, 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 I probably just started buying based on the colors. But when you get started, if you're not going to customize a lot, or if you're unsure, pick your next project, your next two projects, and think about what those colors encompass, and then start there. I would probably get, this is just me, two bags of each color that you are interested in upgrading on your canvas. And yeah, have a little fun with it. Put a little piece of you. And who cares if you're not swapping out an orange for an orange sparkler? Swap
Hmm.
out an orange for a purple one, a royal,
Hmm.
or, there's nothing wrong with it. Put a
Nothing
little
at
of
all,
your
as
own
you see.
personality in.
You can change whatever you want to change, and
Yep.
still the picture can still come through. Because, like, like I said with Diana, I completely took all of everything out. I got a whole bag if anybody needs it of gray, of different color grays, because I didn't use them at all. Like
No, I don't
there's
blame
not
you.
one in there at all. And so you can do that. My recommendation, if you're going to buy diamond the sparklers and you want to try them out and you're scared, what you can also do is she has these packets where you get these little kind of like tester size of almost all of the colors that she has. And it's like I think it's like $50 for the ABs around there, and don't quote me. She's also made one with the crystals. I don't think she's made one with the ABs yet. I mean, not the ABs, the sparklers yet, because they come and go and they're so different that I haven't seen one. But that's a good way, and I started that way too. I still have that original small pack that I bought because
Yeah,
I
that's what
wasn't
I do.
sure of what I wanted and how it's gonna lay. And then I use that little tiny pack to look at it when
Yeah,
I get my photos, and I'm like, okay. And then I know because it's labeled. Oh, I can go get this color and this will match with those. And sometimes they come in handy when I'm doing a painting and I get to a point where I need some, I can go right to this pack and I have almost all of them. So, that's
yeah,
a
that's
good
what I
way as
do
well
also.
to
If you
try
guys
it.
can see,
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
bought the entire set of crystals in round, and it is definitely just for reference, so that I can piece together. Now, I use crystals to pull color out, to dull a color. I use sparklers to lift the color and add to a focal point, if that helps you guys
Mhm.
out. But if there are a lot of times where I'm just trying to, determine, what color would look nice here. Should I, dull this out? And I have all of the colors right there on hand to be able to assist me. But I I do try and bling in a lot of my canvases. So if that's something that you're interested in, it definitely would be an ideal time to get that with the new year coming, especially with Black Friday sales. Obviously, there's going to be opportunity for us to buy and bling. And then we're going to kick off the new year with a series where we can show you what to do with all of that bling. Okay. So obviously, you have any final words to share? Hey,
I mean, if there's any questions or anything that, anybody want to ask or anything while we're here, we
look
can
at
we can
koala
pull them out
crafts.
the chat.
Want to hear? Yeah. Look at koala crafts in the house. A lot of our Australian friends are coming in. How is it going? So that's pretty much all that I had. I definitely appreciate you coming in. Some of the other things, and I know D Nick was in earlier, but the time, he probably just stopped in to share some love and show some support, which I appreciate so very much. But what is it that you're looking for as far as projects and ideas? And the reason why I asked is because there is a gentleman who is definitely trying to get his artwork out there. And he feels that he creates for, the men in the community and what he feels that they would be interested in. Um, and so one of the things that I'm always asking is, what are your tastes? What are your likes and dislikes as far as art?
Art wise, I'm artsy fartsy, but I look around and I like color.
Something
Um,
with color.
I don't like a lot of flat black. I mean, in a painting, like, like if it's just flat black, I don't feel it. Um, but it's hard to place yourself in a gender role to say, well, as a man, I like these paintings. Like it just because it doesn't matter if you're a man, a woman, or whatever you might want to be. Um, you just like what you like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I mean, I look at you and I look at me, taking out gender and everything that's not important and just getting down to the basic facts that you're a human being and I'm a human being and
Okay.
we like to diamond paint. You like landscapes.
Yeah.
Like you really enjoy them. Now you'll do other paintings, don't get me wrong, because you
Hmm.
like, these people here or this, that, there. But like your go-to, your I got must-haves, when it comes with artists has been landscapes.
Yes.
Whereas me on the other turn, I'm like, no, thank you. I don't want to diamond paint a grassy knoll. To me, it's like I don't it's just a grassy knoll. Like in a
It's
painting,
beautiful.
yes,
No.
but in a diamond painting, for me, I don't know. For me, it gives me the freedom to do what I want to do, and I think that's what
Yeah.
it all comes down to. Especially when you decide to customize,
Yeah.
is who you are, and that comes out in your customizations. Like who you are, you like bling, but you like it here, you like it there, and you like it everywhere, but you don't like it, you don't like it like, over encompassing everything.
Correct.
You just like to know where it's at. You like to
Correct.
be able to pass over it and say, there it is.
Yes. Create a
Me,
small focal point.
yeah, me, you know me. It's like I could decide that I want to focus on something, but if I am let go, if I'm not focusing on trying not to be myself, it's going to come out. And that's all that happens when I customize a painting is my emotion, my feeling towards that painting, sometimes maybe even a feeling towards just how I'm feeling in general. It's going to come out in that painting just like any other artist. So, it's hard with paintings to decide. We just kind of see something and we go with it. And I think that's how it is in the diamond world. Some people have favorite artists, some people have favorite types, some people like to bounce around. They just like to put dots down. Like, it varies. Me, um, I'm just a Mandy fan because, like we were talking about it, I think that with hers, I have the freedom to do whatever I want, and it still comes out into the vision that she had under there. I'd never
Yeah.
lose the vision that she had as an
Yeah.
artist, but I'm able to express her vision through my own eyes. Like I could still say, I like what you did. This is what I would have done, if I asked you to do it or if I had that painting made for myself. I can do that without wiping her clean. And that's what I like about her paintings. And that's what I like about customizing hers. Tia, what are you working on?
Um, I'm working on my monster family. I was responding to Narada, who jumped in just to say
No, I
hello.
meant the painting. That's what I meant because I hadn't seen that one when I was there last time.
Yeah, this painting right here is new. I just got this the end of September to
Jesus
start for.
Christ, woman.
Yeah. So, and it's a round, so it works up really fast. I literally am only working on it 2 days a week, so that I didn't finish it well before. I had like this bottom portion all the way across. It was done in the first hour and a half that I was working on. I was like, oh, I got it. Okay, I see. I'm gonna have to pace myself on this one. So I'm
Mm-mm.
still
I
working,
wish I could
clay.
get through that fast.
Well, yeah, so this is a small painting. A 50 by 50, and all the paintings I've been working, the smallest painting I've worked in the last year and a half, besides some of the snacks that I've started at retreats and never finished, are basically like 60 by 80. Those are pretty much my normal size. Nick says, I
Yeah.
love Mandy Manzano too. Brandon, I am working on a Mandy painting right now.
Ooh,
Oh,
do share. Which one?
yeah. Which one are you working on, Nick? So yeah. But basically, most of my diamond paintings, they're the regular size for me is about a 60 by 80. So this
Mm-hmm.
small 50 by 50, it's working up really quick. It's color blocked pretty much the whole way through. So color blocking also works up really fast. So yeah, I had to slow down, and I mostly work on it on Fridays and Sunday. So
Okay. Yeah.
um,
I would like to know from people how they juggle it because my problem with diamond painting is the same problem I had with leaving work on time. As much as I might not want to be there, I don't like leaving work on my desk. Like it
so
irritates me. And I guess that comes from being a perfectionist as a kid. And all my teachers used to say it was going to be a problem when I grew up. And it's the same way with diamond painting. Like if I start a section and I'm like, okay, I'm only going to do this for an hour or whatever. If I
mhm.
start a section and I do an hour and I look up and I'll be like, okay, just a few more minutes because I feel like I didn't get enough done. And then the next thing I know, it's like, well, you only have a small piece left. You might as well just finish. And then the next, well, you have this piece next to it. So then next thing you know, I'm up till 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm just out of it the next day. So I'm like, how do you compartmentalize that and trying to be able to, handle real life and still have time to diamond paint?
I think he's working on the Siamese teas. It's a 55
Mm.
by 102. That's
Yeah,
huge.
that's
Yeah.
like the princesses.
Yeah, that's huge. So for me, compartmentalizing how I don't, because I'm able to get up and leave everything here. But what I did try to do last year when I was working on Quiet Cove by Chuck Pinson, one of the things I tried to do was I tried to section it off. Um, it didn't work out well for me because the washi tape that I used, it was just a big fiasco or a mess. But I can see people who section or even use release paper and you work one section at a time. If you work and only complete that section, I can see how that is a great way of giving yourself, like you got your time in there. I'm done when I finish this section. The rest of them are
Hmm.
covered up and things of that nature. That, to me seemed like the most logical way to be able to best compartmentalize and, leave your diamonds and your painting right then and there. Have you tried it
Yeah.
or have you seen it?
Um, no, what it I used to work like that. Remember? That's how I started in the beginning, but instead of using the paper and whatever, what I remember I had the X-Acto knife
Oh,
and I
that's
would
right. You did.
literally cut out the area that I was about to
Yeah.
do. Like if it was that eyeball today and I was only doing that eyeball, I would literally with the X-Acto knife cut out that eyeball and do it.
Yeah.
Um, but now I guess that I'm more of a pro and I don't cut it anymore. I just kind of start at a corner and lift up. The thing I see that starts to happen is I start to get so many colors at once. I want to
Hmm.
do a section, but that section may have 5 colors in it. So then I want to have a whole bunch of little, trays out with all of those so I can just keep moving without stopping. And, it might be a section next to it with one of the colors, and I might start dabbing in there because I'm in that color. And especially when it's time to get to the end, it's like, well, I don't want to put these back. So I might as well just finish this tray of color that I have.
Hmm.
But it's like it's hard for me to stop, and I really I like it, and I want to start again the way I used to be into it, as far as the time that I put in. But it's just kind of hard, like I said, with real life, trying to have outside relationships for me to be able to do the crafts and the things like that I love. People will be like, "Where are you? You're disappearing." And I'm like, I want to diamond paint. I just want to be quiet. It's my quiet space. It's my alone time. But, you know, I don't know.
Well,
People
from one
don't get it.
crafter to another, I definitely can appreciate, needing to have some crafting time. I think that's important to us all, especially in this community. I would like for my audience to join me in thanking Man Bun, aka Brandon, aka Not Safe to Say on Facebook. I know you guys keep asking how to get in touch with him. Um, to thank him for coming out, sharing some of his pieces with us. You guys will definitely be seeing him as we bling into the new year. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you all for coming out. If you are new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, please hit that like and that subscribe button so that you can come back to the show and see me some more. Appreciate all of you. Thank you very much, guys, for hanging out with me and my buddy tonight. You all have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Night.